Hi everyone, Josue here with Green Show Technology, and I wanted to do a quick video on my work from home setup that I've got going on. Now, I recently had a conversation with the employee of one of my customers, and I remember I was talking to him. He mentioned that he basically works on his couch. He's got a laptop sitting there on his lap. Sometimes it overheats, it burns his lap. And more importantly, the one complaint that he had is that he couldn't set up a second monitor to work with, and the laptop that he was working on was a small 14-inch screen that made it very difficult for him to work. One of the reasons that he mentioned he didn't really have, that he worked that way, is he didn't have a designated office or workspace that he could work from. And so I wanted to show maybe some of the options that are out there for you that are very inexpensive, something that doesn't take up a whole lot of space and might help you out to be a little bit more productive by giving you a better workspace to actually work from. So I want to show what I've got going on here, and I've got a lot more than you would actually need for most home setups. It's just that this is also my home computer when I'm doing other stuff, and as an IT technician, I do need maybe larger screens because I'm sometimes working on 2 tickets or multiple things at once. However, let's very quickly go over what I've got. So if you can see under my little pad here, this it's a pretty small desk. It's less than 3 feet wide. I think it's about 2.5 feet wide by 2 feet deep. And I actually got this desk over at IKEA. I think the entire desk, they sell you the top plus the legs separately, and the entire thing only costs about $30. Now, this desk isn't going to last you a lifetime or anything like that. It's not a very sturdy desk, and basically the reason they're able to make it so cheap is that the outside frame of this desk is made out of pretty thick MDF. However, the inside is pretty hollow, so if you try to sit on it or lean all your weight on it, you're probably going to break it. But the monitor, mouse, keyboard, and a few things that you're going to have sitting on your desk don't really weigh all that much. So for my needs, it's actually plenty sturdy. It doesn't wiggle a whole lot as I'm working. Obviously, if I sit here shaking it, it's gonna wiggle a lot. But as I'm working, I'm typing away, and it doesn't really. It's not sturdy enough to hold a whole lot of weight, but it's not going to fall apart on me either. And you really can't beat it for the price. Now, because this is a small desk, you can fit it pretty much in any corner, and that also means that if you try to put 2 monitors on it side by side, it might be a little overcrowded, or you might not actually be able to fit them depending on the size of the monitor. If you have a laptop, you could probably set a laptop here on the side and then connect a large monitor to it. And there's probably just enough space to be able to do that. However, one of the options that you do have available, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the camera. Let me move my little can here. But this monitor that I have here on the side actually isn't sitting on the desk. I was able to get one of these one monitor arms that just kind of clamps onto the edge. And because, as I mentioned before, the ends of the desk are solid MDF. It doesn't get hollow until you reach this kind of center part here of the desk. You're able to clamp something, and this is, I believe this is a 32-inch monitor, so it's pretty heavy, and I was able to clamp that on, and it hasn't fallen. It's been on there for well over a year. It hasn't fallen off. It's pretty sturdy. If I move the monitor, the whole desk is going to move with it, so it's not like I'm afraid that it'll one day with an earthquake or something just fall over. And I believe I got that one I got it either from Amazon or Monoprice on their website, monoprice.com, and it's somewhere around the range of $25 to $30. I really didn't spend that much on it. So with $60, you can get yourself a desk, a monitor stand to put a monitor on. In this case, I already have these monitors. You can check Amazon to see how much an extra monitor would cost you, but I know there's very inexpensive ones out there. I've seen them for as little as $60 sometimes. And I think something like this is going to be plenty for almost any small, setup that you can put at home. And because it's so tiny, you can fit it in pretty much any corner. And this is definitely a much better setup than trying to, work off of on your couch where your back's probably going to start hurting, and working off of one tiny little monitor on your laptop. So I definitely recommend going with something like this over that other solution. And I hope that this kind of helps you guys, or gives you some ideas in terms of, being creative and looking for things that you can do to make your workspace a little bit more comfortable and make yourself more productive by being more comfortable without really spending a whole lot of money, or think that you have to have a dedicated office, like a room in your house that's a dedicated office, something like that. I mean, you can put this right next to your dining table on the corner of a kitchen somewhere, and it'll fit. So drop any comments, please like and subscribe, and I'll try to put more tips out there if I can think of anything else. A lot of times I just kind of think of this stuff as I have conversations with my customers or people that I'm helping out, set up to work from home. Right now there's a lot of people doing that, and a lot of people are having issues with finding either the space or the equipment or anything like that. So as questions and things like that come around and I come up with new subjects, I'll try to make quick videos like this one. Thank you for watching.